everyone, it's Mark Gilliard again, and I want to welcome you to your new favorite song here on AIM Country Music Television. Today I have a real treat for you, a returning guest, the very talented Tori Martin. She's a Florida native, a Texan to the core, but these days she calls Nashville home. She's had her own television program, made it to Hollywood Week on American Idol, and she just keeps putting new music on the Texas Regional Radio Report. Tori's here today to talk about the video for her song, Abilene. So let's get her in here right now to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Welcome back, Tori. I'm so glad you could join us.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
Oh, you're welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you. You've been on the program a couple of times over the last year or so our audience is already familiar with you. But it grows daily. So I'd love it if you give us the full bio, where you came from, what you're up to, what you hope to accomplish in 2025, just like it's the first time for all our new viewers.
Sure thing. Well, my name's Tori Martin, and I split my time between Fort Worth, Texas, and Nashville, Tennessee. I'm signed with Lucky Sky Music, and I've been with them since the beginning of the pandemic. We launched at the end of the pandemic, so it's been a whirlwind and so much fun. But obviously I'm a country artist, I'm a songwriter, and yeah, it's just getting more new music out is my goal for 2025.
Well, fantastic. I like that. As far as influences, I hear your granddad played a pretty substantial role. Kind of relive that for us a little bit.
Sure thing. My pawpaw loved country music. He just was like a die-hard fan, and he raised me on the classics. That's what I always say. Like, he loved Tammy Wynette and Johnny Cash and Patsy Cline. He was like, this is music. And so my love for country music started back then too. And he got me my first guitar when I was 8 years old. And he really encouraged me to, pursue my dreams. He always told me, keep singing for Pawpaw. So truly, if it wasn't for him, I think I wouldn't be sitting here today in this interview, because he believed in me back then.
That's fantastic. Everybody needs those kind of influences in their past, don't they? Well, what are some of your other influences for you personally?
Man, I have quite a few, I was always influenced by, people in church and starting in kind of like choir. I know that's cliche, but I did start singing in the church choir, and that's how I ended up getting into music. So some of the leaders there at my church just had beautiful voices. And so I was like, ooh, I want to sing like them one day. And I love for musical influences, like artists, I'm a huge Dolly Parton fan. I love Elvis Presley. I listen to it all. I'm a big Stevie Nicks fan. Fleetwood Mac. I love so much. So I listen to a little bit of it all.
all over the place. Well, you made it to Holiday Week. You made it to Hollywood Week on American Idol a few years back, and I didn't know you back then. But listening to those episodes, it's apparent that you really came into your own since that time. I assume that's a bit of a learning experience being on there, and a little bit of kind of in-your-face rejection. It's my admittedly outside perspective, but what does before and after the American Idol experience look like through your eyes?
Well, it was a good bit a while ago for me. I was on season 14, and that was before they restarted. They did the reboot. And so I went on, and I don't know, I was so young. I had so much fun. It was really cool to get that experience with those judges. It was Keith Urban, Harry Connick Jr., Jennifer Lopez. And I auditioned in Harry Connick Jr.'s hometown, New Orleans. That was the closest audition spot for me, not very close, from Texas, but I hopped in the car, went with my family, got that golden ticket. It just honestly was so surreal, and it's very different from what you see on TV. You're like, wow, and just you're in front of these stars and just enamored. So I look back lovingly at my little green baby girl self. I'm like, oh, you go, girl. I'm so proud of you for getting out there and doing that. So I'm obviously it gives you thick skin. And coming off the show, it did nothing but really help me in my career and just kind of give you some notoriety. Hey, you made it. Out of millions of people, you got to this certain level. And that's a pretty cool thing. So I don't have any regrets going on the show, and it all serves a purpose.
Well, I think it really does help develop a little bit of spine, because a lot of people do that, and it's just so crushing to have them tell you that you're done. It's one of those judges at some point saying, well, you didn't do very well there, is it's hard, but it's one of those experiences that really does toughen you up and make you ready for, what you're doing today.
Oh, absolutely. It just keeps you going and grinding. Hopefully, like I know for some people it's like, oh, maybe this isn't what I'm cut out for, but it definitely like lit a flame under me. I'm like, okay, no, I'm still, I've got a lot in me and we're going to keep going. So I'm like, here I am today.
Exactly. Well, I think a lot of people have that experience, and the thing you see is that it does hurt. It is one of those things where you come out of it and it's tough. But the problem is that this is not an easy business. You're in that business, and like you've seen since that time, it's not the only rejection you have. So if you went on there and it did crush you and you didn't continue, you probably wouldn't make it in the business where you're at now.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
not.
It's just that thing where it presses on you and you weathered it,
Sure did. And still trucking. I'm like, it definitely is not the first no, you just got to keep going.
Exactly. Yeah. It's amazing that, you can be where you're at. And like I say, it looks so glamorous, but still at the end of the day, there's still people rejecting it at some point.
So true. You got to stay true to yourself and just keep going out there, man.
That's exactly right. What is your process as a songwriter? Do you typically start with like the tune, they add words, or vice versa? How do you do your songs?
It's a little bit different each time. I call my songs like my song babies because they kind of are that. But it's very different being an artist and then also being a songwriter, because sometimes I write for myself, but sometimes I write for other people. And so I don't know. It just, you have to kind of like be ready for inspiration to hit you. Sometimes you have the idea and it's like you get into a room with co-writers. You're like, man, I have this really cool idea. Let's see if we can try and write this song together. Sometimes you have a melody and sometimes you write the whole thing. It's just like, whoa, it just hits you. So I just say be open and be ready and listening for inspiration.
Right. Sure. Do you favor guitar or piano for that kind of stuff? Is it, one or the other, or more based on what instrument you're sitting at the time?
Kind of like what's in the room. We don't always have a keyboard in the room. I have one today, but it's like, okay, there's a guitar, let's do it. And I've written songs also without instruments, and we figured out the chords and the music later. We just had the melody, and I went to my producer. I'm like, look, here's my melody. We're like, beating our hand on a table. We're like, here's the tempo, and help me figure this part out. So each one is different.
That's awesome. Well, we're here today to talk about your video for Abilene. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the story behind the song, so we kind of know what you were thinking when you wrote this one.
Abilene is such a special song. I got to perform it out on the road last year when it was unreleased. I was out with Drew Baldridge, and we just knew we had something special with that song, just the way that people were reacting in the audience. It was like, ooh, this song, it's kind of haunting. And it's just a good old country story song is what I love to say about it. It's not based on a true story. It's not autobiographical. It's literally a story song, and it can mean whatever you want it to mean. But I do think everybody has had that type of heartbreak that Abilene kind of gives you. So it's a heartbreak country song. If you haven't listened to it, I hope that you love it when you do hear it.
Well, I think they will. I'm ready to play it. How about you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. You're watching Tori Martin's video for Abilene here on AIM Country Music Television.
Babe, how's the tea coming?
I wish it were. How's the hunt for inspiration going? You finding anything
Oh
cool?
my gosh, babe, there's like a trap door.
A trap door?
I'm not even kidding. Come here. There's something in here.
No way.
Oh my gosh. It says, my dearest Jack, we always knew this day would come, but as we stood at the station waiting for the train that would take you away from me, I was not prepared to say goodbye. Oh, this war has separated so many families. Why should I selfishly wish we would be different? I could not help but fear as we kissed that this would be the last time I would be in your embrace and feel the touch of your lips. I mean, it is wild. We just found it in the floor.
I can't think of anyone better who could tell their story.
You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right.
I think they deserve it.
Yeah, I think so too.
there's an island near Corpus where horses run free. Right now a sunset in Big Bend might be what I need. Down in Galveston where the birds catch the Gulf breeze, or a one-bedroom palace on the outskirts of Dallas, enough room for my heartache and me. I can't stay in Abilene, 'cause the wind makes me crazy. Memories blowing round on every street like petals from a daisy. Down on lonesome Highway 90, I'll be leaving you behind me. Goodbye, Alahati. I can't stay in Abilene one more day. On Friday, the cafe will lay out the candles and wine. The couples will dance, but your hand won't be holding mine. If lonely comes calling and I start to roll through your mind, when my name you whisper, just picture a drifter looking for love she can't find. I can't stay in Abilene, 'cause the wind makes me crazy. Memories blowing round on every street like petals from a daisy. Down on lonesome Highway 90, I'll be leaving you behind me. Goodbye, Alahati. I can't stay in Abilene.
My beautiful Catherine, we received our orders. We move out tomorrow. And they tell us that we need to be prepared for heavy combat. And my heart hurts to even write this, but if you're reading this, my darling, it means I couldn't make it home. That I may never see you again in this life, but I will never leave your side. You will feel my presence, and I'll watch over you. Please know your name will be on my heart as I go into battle tomorrow. My dream has always been to see you again, my darling. I'll love you forever. Your Jack.
President Truman announced the official surrender.
This is a solemn but glorious hour. I wish that Franklin D. Roosevelt had lived to see this day. General Eisenhower informs me that the forces of Germany have surrendered to the United Nations. The flags of freedom fly all over Europe.
Anywhere and nowhere special is where you go when your heart can't settle. And God knows I don't wanna leave, but I can't stay in Abilene. Oh no. Down on lonesome Highway 90, I'll be leaving you
Wow, that is awesome. You created a whole mini movie here. Let's talk about the people who helped bring that vision to life in this video.
It was so much fun to work on this music video. It's different than anything I've ever done. Like you said, it's kind of like a little short film. And I worked with Justin Freck. He did the videography, and he's out in Nashville. Really cool guy. Definitely will be hearing his name a bunch. But I also got to work with my husband, Jason, on it. He was the director. And I had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in there. It wasn't just me, singing and telling the story, but I was like kind of like a little wardrobe design. I picked out like the 1940s vibe outfits and was helping people get ready and doing the set, sourcing locations. So I am all over that. Like my work is sometimes you may not even realize all the stuff that I did, but it was so much fun to do that and bring another storyline to Abilene. Very devastating, heartbreaking, and honestly a reality for a lot of people. And we filmed it in Abilene, Texas. So we had such a good old time. It was really cold in the music video shoot, which is not typical for Texas.
Well, I was going to say, really nice work. A good job there. That's nicely done.
Oh, yeah. We had so much fun.
So you have TV experience already, right? You had some sort of show. I can't remember what it was. You had a TV show, didn't you?
Yes. My husband and I did a TV show during COVID, and it was called Living the Dream. So it is out there if you want to go check it out. But it was about us like renovating short-term rentals, Airbnbs, whatever you want to call them. And I had a lot of fun doing that. I got to kind of like theme them, decorate them. Some had some musical flair. So it was a lot of fun and another creative outlet during a really weird time.
Oh boy. Yeah. So where can we check that out at? Is that a YouTube thing or?
It's online. You can get on Amazon and Up TV. There's a few different platforms. So just Google it if you want to check it out. It's just a couple episodes, but it was a lot of fun.
Fantastic. You have an album coming out. What can we expect there? Is Abilene part of that project?
It is. I would say, the music that I've been releasing at the top of this year into next year is kind of like what's coming, the prelude for the album. I'm really excited to share this new music and this body of work. I really feel like I've honed in on who I am as an artist, and it's kind of like in my backbone, and it's traditional, but it's modern. And so, yes, Abilene will be a part of that record. And hopefully it'll be coming out at the top of the new year. We're not sure. We've got a couple things, but it's coming very soon. So
fantastic. We'll keep watching for it. I saw that you were named Best New Female Artist in March by that Texas Regional Radio Report. You also have a song at 21 as we speak on TRR.
Yes.
There's a lot of R's in there.
One more R than you think.
It is. It's available on all streaming services. It's called Cowgirls Ride. We don't have an official video, but I did receive a video. I believe it's a video of a live performance at the Texas Music Cafe in Waco. Why don't you give us a little bit of that story, and then we can play that bit as a little teaser.
Sure thing. Cowgirls Ride is really a huge inspiration that's going into the new record that I was talking about, but it has a lot of that Western nod and neo country sound, like neo traditional. And so I really love the way the song came out, and truly it's an anthem for all people, but especially for women that might feel like the underdog. And I am in that group. So it's not just for like literal cowgirls. We're all cowgirls. So I'm like, this is for all my girls out there. I wrote this song for you. The unsung heroes sometimes. Let the cowgirls ride. I'm like, this is our mantra. It's something we were born to know.
I like it. Well, it's short. It's an incomplete version, but let's let the audience watch it to see what we have here. I think that will convince them all to cruise over to their favorite service of choice and hear the whole thing.
Well, they raise them kind of restless in the reckless heart of Texas. Bust the bumps right off the fences. They're like tumbleweeds growing. You can try, but you can't hold them. Queens of the unbroken Mustangs running wild. Cowgirls ride. Let the cowgirls ride. Cowgirls ride. Say we're attitude like damn, you can bet you won't forget 'em. I sent from Western heaven. They're like songs of prairie daughters, baptized in the crazy waters. Shoot straight as a revolver. Their aim don't lie. Cowgirls ride. Let the cowgirls ride. Cowgirls ride. Let the cowgirls ride. Hit a train around the barrels at the rodeo. Mama taught her what she knew. She was born to know.
You know, I wasn't completely sure I was comfortable with it when your rep told me that she had a live video, because a lot of times those just don't have the sound, don't have the performance. But I have to say, good choice. That was a great little video. I think we not only enticed the audience to download the whole thing, but proved to them and they might want to see a real show.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We had a lot of fun performing it, and it was an awesome music venue out in Waco. So thank you so much. Please go check it out.
Yes, it's a really nice work on both fronts, the song itself and the live performance, both really well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, let's bring it in for a landing. Tell us where we can find you on stage, online, and where we can buy or listen to all your music.
You can find me online at Tori Martin. That's my handle across the board on all the things. And my website is thetorimartin.com as well. So if you want to catch a show, if you want to buy some merch or see what else is coming out soon, definitely head over there and find me online so we can be friends.
Fantastic. Well, thanks again for coming on the program again, Tori. It's been great catching up. And so consider yourself welcome anytime.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Tori Martin.
Bye.
So what do you think? Is Abilene or maybe Cowgirls Ride going to be your new favorite song? This has been Mark Gillia for AIM Country Music Television. Thank you so much for watching.